As parents and guardians, are you finding it difficult to have an open and meaningful conversation with your children, and particularly teenagers? I'm so sure parents, you relate to this so much, that when you ask them questions or you want some responses, they will give one answer to your question. I know you've heard them say, sijui, mamu unasema, or sometimes they even stare at you. And you are like, has my child developed a hearing problem because of, oh, sijui, have you eaten enough food? Maybe, and all that. And therefore, I decided to ask a number of young people at my work, why is it that they give these monosyllabic answers to questions? Or why is it that they cannot engage or interact and engage in a way that is meaningful and fulfilling for the parents and themselves? And there are several reasons. And in fact, the last reason is quite disturbing. It's been disturbing. So reason number one that they give is that they receive unequal attention from the parents. And indeed, they say that when the girl child or their sisters want to engage the parents, they are given more attention than when them who are the boy children are seeking for the same attention. So they say that at home, they receive unequal attention. And therefore, for the boy child, he says that he would rather give a monosyllabic response to show that they are not being given the same attention. Number two, they say that the parents are fond of using very negative phrases and sometimes abusive responses. And they gave me an example. One of them was, they said that parents are always saying, you never do this, you are always doing this. You know, they asked, even when we are trying to improve, our parents are commonly using, you never do this, you do this always, and etc. And they said, why is it that parents cannot use affirmative, positive language? You never do this, they don't like that language. So parents, let us try to be more positive and avoid those two phrases. You never do this, and you always do this. They are not happy about it. Point number three, they also indicated that parents are fond of giving unsolicited advice. Sometimes they say that we want to express our feelings. We want just to talk to you as our parents, but you are there lecturing us and giving us unsolicited advice. So they are saying, please parents, just listen without giving advice. It is not all the time that we need your advice. We need you to empathize with what we feel so that we feel wanted. Point number four, they also felt that parents are very judgmental and they keep on criticizing what they want to talk about or what they say. And therefore, they're saying that parents should realize that they are living in different times and they belong to different generations. And therefore, they can have different views and perspectives. And therefore, parents, do not judge. Delay your judgment so that the child or your teenagers can feel confident to express what they feel. Otherwise, they say they fear you, and especially they fear your judgment, uncalled for judgment. Let us be open-minded and be able to receive different opinions and perspectives from our children. Point number five, our children said that at times we parents do not model the communication that we require from them. So they said, if you really want open, meaningful conversation, why can't you model that? But you find that our parents do not model that kind of open conversation. In fact, the children said, or our young people said, parents, when they want to talk to you, you have no time for them. You keep telling them, I'll talk to you in the evening, let's discuss that another day. You see, maybe at that point, this teenager of yours wanted a serious conversation, but you are postponing. And therefore to them, they are saying, if you really want us as your children to engage in an open, meaningful conversation, can you model that kind of communication? If not, then where do you expect us to get a good example from? And therefore, that to me is very important to us, that we should model the kind of communication that we require from our children. The last one, parents, asking and answering your own question. This was a serious accusation from our children. Ati, umeshinda wapi? Ama ni kurandaranda? Now, parents, let me ask. You've asked a question and you have given an answer. So, did you genuinely want an answer for that question? So, our children have said, parents, we should avoid and stop asking rhetorical, thoughtless, and feelingless questions. Please ask questions because you want to know. Do not ask and answer your own questions. See you in the next